welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry and I do a daily twin flame reading. If you're drawn to this video, have faith and trust that there's a message meant for you, regardless of when this video was recorded or posted. If this reading resonates with you, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you like the content I create, feel free to subscribe and share. So, spirits, please give us messages for the twins today. Ten of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Three of Wands in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Wands. Lots of wands, lots of action. I feel like the Divine Masculine is going to be communicating with you very soon, Divine Feminine, and I feel like the message that you are going to receive will not be well received by you. It might even make you a little bit angry. This is because I feel like your Divine Masculine is going to kind of come out of hiding and tell you how he's feeling lately, and it's going to be a message of jealousy. I feel like he's jealous of your friends and family. It feels like you're going to need to have a discussion because obviously it doesn't make sense for him to be jealous of your friends and family, especially considering who he is in your life. But he's very protective. He's overly protective of you, and of course he doesn't mean any harm, but this is kind of going to test your relationship because you're not going to just take this very easily. Because what are you supposed to do? You're spending time with your friends and family, of course, right? He's being a little silly. A little silly. So he does definitely want you to know that he's feeling emotional. And it's not all just negative, jealous energy. There's an energy of the masculine sees you as somebody who is very strong, a lot stronger than him. He feels like you're in control of your actions, you're in control of your life. He thinks that you're very brave. He doesn't see that you have any fear in you at all. He is going to, this message is definitely going to upset you when it comes. And So the feminine is a very kind, loving, stable person. She's a good communicator. She's very confident. She is possibly in the public eye. And there's a lot of good energy around her. She is very good to her friends and family. She's definitely tapped into the 5D. She is definitely supported by her spirits, by her angels. She's just a lovely, lovely, happy, warm exuberance about her. Everybody likes to hang out with this feminine, and the divine masculine is no different. He also wants to hang out with this feminine, and he doesn't like to share her. So divine masculine needs to maybe take a step back and let go of that impulse to hold on, restrain the divine feminine. The masculine needs to try to move more in the flow. And actually, it would do him some good to reconnect with his friends and family as well, so that he understands what you're going through, that you just love your family, you love your friends, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if he can't accept that you are a human being with other relationships, he's probably going to push you away. Because these thoughts and feelings are going to come up, divine feminine, when this message comes through, and you're going to have to take some time to think about what it is that you want in life, what it is that you feel is right for you in life. You view your masculine as kind of selfish. He's kind of been withdrawn, and so there's already a slight mistrust here. So divine feminines need to get to a place where you trust yourself. Trust the way you feel, trust your thoughts, trust your feelings. You are, the word grandiose is coming to me. You are larger than life, divine feminine. You have a wonderful, powerful, strong energy around you, a strong light around you. You are your authentic self. You do show up as your true self. I feel like you are in communication with your higher self. I feel like you're getting messages from your higher self that are helping you cope, I guess, with the day-to-day emotions, the day-to-day stuff. You've been kind of just needing maybe a little bit of guidance, or someone to hold your hand, or just, but not a 3D person to hold your hand. You're highly, highly capable on your own, and you know that. You are not a codependent person at all, but you are tapping into the 5D. and getting your strength from your higher self. The King of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like once the divine masculine has been able to let this jealousy go, let things flow easier, I feel like once he has accepted that you are loved by many and that your cup is overflowing, you are constantly making new friends. You are constantly communicating with people and relating to people. And people are drawn to your light. They admire you, Divine Feminine. It's unfortunate that your trouble is with your twin, but I think that has a lot to do with the masculine's spiritual journey. I just want to see, so fives represent a challenge that'll allow for further growth, an initial struggle on a new path, disequilibrium, shaking things up, breaking old habits, passing through the fire to be made stronger. Learning and movement are represented by number 5, and the throat chakra, which is communication. So I definitely get an energy of communication. The divine masculine will be coming through to you. There's also a few ones here, so let's just see. The seed that holds the potential for new growth, the starting point, presentation of an opportunity, masculine principle of creation. The energy of one must be acted upon in order for growth to occur. The number 1 is the number of the root chakra, the foundation of the system. Divine masculine, I feel like you need to ground yourself. I mean, we could all do with a good grounding, but I feel like it's more imperative for the masculine to do this. It feels like he's going off the rails a little bit emotionally. And this isn't your fault, Divine Feminine, of course. I hope you know that. That's his journey. That's his stuff to deal with. You have already been dealing with your stuff for quite some time. And like I said, you have your cup overflows. You have a lot of good relationships. You have a lot of love and compassion. And whenever things are difficult and challenging for you, you have been able to find it within yourself to stop and be quiet and pay attention to the energy that's running through your body. And you can tell very quickly whether or not what's going on is in alignment with your higher self. You frequently have lots of opportunities. Because you're in the flow, it feels like there's consistently new doors opening. And it feels like you're working now on finding balance. Balance between your career and your relationships and your divine masculine. The time that you spend at each of these things is out of whack. It feels like you're spending more time on work, and that you should be putting a little more energy into your relationships. And actually, I feel like that's not for divine feminine. I feel like that's divine masculine. You need to put more energy into your relationships, put more effort into your relationships, try to communicate more. Let your thoughts be known. Divine masculine, don't be afraid. Your feminine isn't judging you, but she's not going to put up with a whole bunch of BS. So be careful how you send this message to her with respect to you being jealous or uncomfortable with her spending so much time with everybody else. Be careful how you word that. Be careful with your tone of voice. This is your feminine is a very, very emotional person, and while she is generally a happy, warm, exuberant person, she's still human and has feelings, and it is possible that you could come off the wrong way and be offensive. And yes, your divine feminine is on her healing spiritual journey and is much better at being in the flow and not getting offended, and her ego is in check. But you are her divine masculine, and the nature of the relationship is that you trigger each other. So be careful so that you don't trigger your divine feminine too much, or trigger her into turning around and walking away from you. Because it feels like you're not really too invested in her life just yet. She's not really that invested in you just yet. So it's not like it would be really hard to walk away. So be careful, dude. All right. The spirit of initiation. I am the spirit of initiation. With me at your side, you'll begin to understand the mysteries and wonders that surround us all at every moment of our lives. Does that even matter? Okay. I may initiate you into many new experiences, but above all, I can show you how to find truth and wisdom, which will help you to overcome most of the problems that may beset you. There is a point beyond which all who seek the path of enlightenment must travel, and this I can show you whenever you're ready. Initiation opens doors between different states of reality. For the shaman, initiation was an introduction to the realm of spirit, where he or she would conduct their work, receiving from otherworldly guides instruction in the work of healing and inquiry undertaken on behalf of the tribe. Initiation could take many forms, but usually included entering into a trance state in which the initiate received the approval of these beings of the inner world. This experience of being guided by otherworldly beings can still be ours today if we learn from the spirit of initiation. This card is interpreted as awareness, strength, enlightenment, the gift of vision, the path of transcendence, access to inner wisdom, and welcoming transformation. So divine masculine, you are Your message is to be aware of how you are expressing yourself, be aware of how you are communicating. And welcome the changes that you will find coming about in your, not in your personality, but in your person. So this message that you are going to be bringing to your divine masculine or divine feminine is actually going to trigger you into your spiritual journey, your enlightenment, your journey of enlightenment, because of the way depending on the way that you communicate your message of unhappiness and jealousy, depending on how you approach that, your divine feminine will respond accordingly. And there's a very good chance that you're going to trigger her into turning around and walking away. If that happens, that act of walking away will trigger you into your healing, into finding out where this jealousy comes from. What are you jealous of? What are you afraid of? Where does this come from? Did you lack control when you were growing up, or did you have a really terrible relationship and you were cheated on? I guess it could be any number of things, but it's important that you take the time to sit and be still with yourself and think about these things. The only way to heal is to go through those experiences and to feel your way through them. What does that look like? Well, maybe it looks like you sitting and thinking through some experiences that you had. And maybe it brings up some really difficult emotions. It likely will. I mean, that's your trauma, right? These are your hurts. And so it'll likely bring up pain and emotion, and it's okay to let that go just a little bit. You don't have to go through it all at once. You can also work at it and kind of chip away at it when you're able, when you feel you're capable, because energies ebb and flow, and you don't always feel like working on your healing every day. Some days it's harder than others. Some days it's easier than others. And so on those easier days is maybe when you should take advantage of that flow that you're in. So again, the message is to be still, listen, and divine masculine, just go easy when you get this message out. Again, be careful that you don't push your divine feminine away. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Keep breathing. I love you. Namaste.